Hey everybody, Dave here from Charest Studios, and today I just wanted to jump on quick and talk a little bit about when to harvest microgreens and how long can you let them go. Like this alfalfa is way beyond the microgreen stage, right? But it is still growing on one of my screened hydroponic planters, which if you guys follow the channel, there's a video on how to make these, but I also sell them. I just keep the foil on to keep the light away from the solution. But yeah, these are probably over a month old, and these were the arugula that were in my time lapse. I posted a time lapse of these growing yesterday. But these are those, and those are day 14, I believe, 14 or 15. So these are farther along than I would normally plant. So the point I'm trying to make is that you can go a lot farther. You can go to the baby greens stage and even beyond with some crops like this alfalfa with the screen planters. You know, I figured the screen would kind of cut off the plant circulation and it would die, but that's not the case. They seem to be growing healthy well into the 1 month mark with the alfalfa. I think the arugula I'm going to harvest today. I'm going to have some on my baked potatoes, but normally, they probably could go even further. But arugula, I don't know. Arugula sometimes, if it gets too crowded, will have a problem, and it will kind of die out in the middle because it's not getting enough air. So that's why you want to plant it sparsely. 1/4 teaspoon is all I use for these planters, whereas most seeds is about a teaspoon or a little more than a teaspoon. But anyway, guys, so that's what I wanted to talk about, is how far you can actually grow these out if you want to. Keep in mind that you will have to add solution. Like I've added solution to this many times. Generally, these containers will last to the point of microgreens where they're getting their first set of true leaves. So these will last to about day 10 or 11 with arugula, and generally most microgreens day 10 or 11, and that's when you'd probably harvest them. But you can always just add some fluid and keep it going. Other day, but I thought of a couple other things that I wanted to share with you guys about when to pick these microgreens and how far can they go. And one more thing that I wanted to share with you guys is that you can also plant these microgreens. I'm not sure, these are radish microgreen, daikon radish microgreens, way past the microgreen stage, at least at the baby green stage. So I'm not sure if it's going to work with these, trying to pull them out of the screen, or they might get damaged, but I'm going to try that. And these are arugula greens, which I'll show you guys a closer look, but you can see I've harvested about half of these, but I wanted to pull some of these out and drop them into the pipe with the new little grommets. So I'll bring you guys in closer to take a look. This is that's the alfalfa still going. Another thing I wanted to show you guys was I got an idea from a viewer, a viewer named Dave, and he said that he was going to be trying some daikon radishes in these half-gallon mason jars, and I thought that was a pretty cool idea. And since I had the microgreens, baby greens of daikon radish already started, if I can pull them out of there without damaging the roots, I'm going to try his idea, which was to put either a clone in your net cup. He punched the bottom out, which thanks Dave, I got to give you a shout out. He's going to be sending me a little punch that'll punch a hole in the bottom. I had to cut this one, and he was right, it's a pain in the neck, and I still have some sharp little areas there that I don't like, but anyway, he's going to be sending me out a nice little cutter that'll cut a hole right out the bottom there to try these radishes this way. But I did this one where I cut the bottom out of the cup, and I'm using a pool noodle in there with a pretty big opening, really, but the radish microgreens are pretty big, so I think it'll be okay. but he had some nice cloning collars that he put in there, which is a similar thing, but it has a smaller hole with kind of an X across it. I think they're called clone collars, and you can get them on Amazon. But I'm just going to drop my daikon baby right into this, and I have my jar set up with nutrient right here, and of course I'll wrap this with foil, but we'll see how that goes, and we'll see how these, I think these arugulas will come out of here fine, but let me bring you guys in a little closer and I'll show you the, we'll see how they come out, and I'll show you the planting in the grow pipe. I don't have my chopstick today, so I'm going to have to improvise for getting these in the even smaller holes now on the grow pipe. So look at that beautiful alfalfa, guys. That just amazes me that it's still growing on the screen, and it's gotten this big, and it's still going strong. No signs of any problems. Let's look at the roots again. Roots look nice and healthy. And here's the arugula that I'm going to plant. I'm going to try to pull these out and put them in here. I got to get something to help me push the roots in. And there's the daikons that I let go way past the microgreen stage. So you guys can let these go. Just add nutrient solution if you're not ready to eat them or juice them. Anyway, let me set this on the tripod, and I'll go get something to poke those roots down into that grow tube. First we'll plant that radish. We'll try that radish. So I'm just going to pull out whatever one of these I can get at and try to pull out. And I might have to pull a couple before I actually get a nice root. We'll see. Now that one looks like a pretty good root right there. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, so here's the one I'm going to put in there. And let's see if I can move it. So there's my... I'm going to need something to make sure that root goes down in there, I think. I'm going to have to get a pen or something. So that is a big hole that this is sitting in, but I think, you know, because I'm not sure where that radish is going to grow, if it's going to grow right here beneath this base, or if it's going to grow right down at that root. I think it's right here is where this radish is starting to grow. So I want it to be a big space there. And I'm going to leave it like that. So let's go ahead and try to plant these arugula now. Alright, so I'm going to try to pull one of these arugula babies out. And hopefully, even though they've been in here a long time, hopefully the roots won't break coming through the screen. A little tough to get out. That one definitely broke. It might survive, but I'm going to try to see if I can get a better one. I'm going to just try to pull on a few of them. And some are giving me longer roots than others, so I'm going to pick the ones with the longest roots. So it's just one long taproot basically. And I'm just going to use that. I'm going to take my little stick here, my little skewer, and just kind of work that stem down into the pipe, into the solution, making sure that it's not getting caught up on the sides. This looks like it's a pain in the neck, but it really is. It really doesn't take that much time. I mean, it takes me, you know, 5 or, I don't know, 10 minutes or something to plant the whole pipe. And of course, the longer the roots are, the more time it takes. But it's really not too bad, I don't think. But it gives you guys another way to still plant even if they've gone a long time. So that one looks a little small in there, but I'll try grabbing a few more. So some of them are breaking, many of them are breaking when they go this long, but even something like, I'll save those for my dog actually loves microgreens. Something like that long with an inch, even an inch long, that probably will be fine. I'm going to throw it in there because if it doesn't make it, I'm going to keep this going for a little bit longer just to make sure. And if it doesn't make it, I'll just throw a different one in. This one I kind of broke pulling it out. So these are, I think these are going to be fine. And I like these smaller holes on the grow pipe, especially since, I'm getting some of these look kind of small even though they've been in there a long time. I'm going to see if there's a technique where I'm grabbing closer to the screen to see if I can get a better. So, it's not the ideal thing to do to try to plant this way. I'm just saying if you have extra, you may as well try to get a few out for planting. But this is not the ideal way, obviously, to plant your babies for growing out. But it works. So, when you got a lot of extras, I broke the stem. When you got a lot of extras, then it's a good way to try to salvage some. I'm not really worried about, if I lose some of these now when I do this, because I got a lot of microgreens growing right now. But so there's the baby. I'm going to try to show you guys. Oh yeah, you could see the roots down there for this radish. And like I said, it's a pretty big hole there, but I think the radish starts growing right there at that base, so we'll see about that. And this is the pipe all planted up. Then I'll go stick that in the sunny window in a minute. Well, thank you all for watching. That's it for today. I just wanted to show you guys that because I did find that sometimes the microgreens would go a little bit extra long, and that's some of the ways that I've dealt with it. Anyway, I hope you're all doing well, and I thank you all for being a part of my, watching my videos, being a part of my channel. Thanks for the comments, the likes, and the new subscribers. I really enjoy making the little videos for you guys and sharing what I'm up to, so I appreciate it. And I hope that I, share stuff that's helpful to some of you some of the time. Anyway, thank you all so much, and have a great day. Remember, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.